It's a nostalgic kind of a day today. We're going to go back in time to when cars looked like that and they had that smell. If you're older than most people, if you're as old as I am, you remember those cars. Now that's before my time a little bit, but they were still around. You know, that's probably a 40s car, and 40s cars were definitely around in the 50s, which is when I was born. So I remember these cars, and I remember they had a smell to them. Not a bad smell, just a smell that would be nostalgic if I were to smell it right now. And that's what this is about, is nostalgia. This was an assignment. I had to read the back of the card. Nostalgia in the Vineyards is the name of the event. Somebody wanted a painting that would be usable on an invitation or an announcement of some sort. And the event is called Nostalgia in the Vineyards. I guess it's a wine tasting and classic car show combination. So it was kind of fun to have an assignment today. I got the reference photo from on Unsplash, unsplash.com. If you ever want to use reference photos from there, I believe they say it's okay to use them. I've used them and nobody's ever had a problem. If I did have a problem, I would just take it down, but I needed to find an old car. I can't just paint cars out of my mind. I can maybe do a face out of my mind. I can maybe do a sunset or a landscape, a simple landscape. But a car? No. Even a bicycle, I don't know that I could pull it off just from memory. A dog, I have to have a reference photo probably for everything. Except, like I say, a basic landscape or, I don't know. There's probably a few things I could do without a reference photo. But a car needs a reference photo. So I'm going to show you how I painted this. And thank you for all your kind words. And thank you for asking about the physical address. Let me just touch on that real quickly. I think I mentioned it in the video that you are about to see, but you might not watch the whole thing. So just in case you don't see that, Robin and I got a post office box yesterday. I hope you understand. It's not a good idea to have your physical address out there. So post office box was the solution. We got one yesterday, and I will make it available. I'll try to remember to put it on the description under here if I remember. But anyway, that solves a little bit of a problem for us. We were in radio for a very long time, and the radio station served as an address in the past, but we don't work there anymore. So now we're here, and we're going to go back in time to a place of nostalgia. And if you're a wine drinker, you might want to go to this event. It's called Nostalgia in the Vineyards. That's funny. Hey, wait a minute! I just realized we had like a vineyard story the other day from that movie, A Walk in the Clouds. That's right. That was a vineyard movie, wasn't it? Oh well, it just happened to work. Maybe that's why I got the assignment. Maybe the person I know saw that video. I think I figured it out. Anyway, I don't even know what kind of car that is, but I'll show you how I painted it right now. All right. The assignment is called Nostalgia. Nostalgia in the Vineyard. Nostalgia in the Vineyard. Isn't that an interesting name for an event? It's an old car, an antique classic car show. And I have an assignment. So let's see if I can pull this off. I have an old car. It's an antique, classic car show. So let's get the roof of that classic car right there. I guess it goes down. I don't know. I'm not good at just drawing cars from memory, you know. But I'll figure this out. I'll figure this out with you. So, how you doing, first of all? Hope you're doing well. Yesterday was fun. I got to bring the guitar out and play a little bit. Hope it wasn't too bad. You wrote some nice things to me, so thank you for that. I used to do that all the time, you know. I used to play the guitar all the time. I still play the guitar. I just don't do any performing ever, except Robin and I do what is called the First Friday Art Walk, and it's an art walk. So there's a lot of artists out there, and most of them don't know that Robin and I are also artists. I play the accordion and she plays the mandolin. We don't sing. We just play instrumental music, and it also is nostalgic, to be honest with you. It's kind of fun, kind of enjoyable. I don't know what kind of a car it is I'm sketching here. I got an old picture from Unsplash. I went to Unsplash for this reference photo. I don't know what. It looks like a boat right now. Looks like a little bit of, almost looks like a duck. Does it look like a duck? Looks like a duck. If it looks like a duck, it might not be a duck in this case. You know the old saying, if it looks like a duck and walks like a duck. Well, I don't think so. This one walks like a duck. Nope. Don't think so. So, you ever go to a car show and, like, if you're a car person, you know everything about the cars. You know the engines. You know, you could probably look at a car and tell me the year it was made and the name of the car and a little bit of history behind it. I've never been that guy. I've never known, like, just facts about cars off the top of my head. Although, if I see a car that I drove when I was younger, then maybe I can tell you a little bit about it. Well, I can't tell you anything about the car. I can probably tell you something about my experiences with the car. You know, I had a 1970 Nova, and I drove that thing everywhere. I drove it everywhere. That was my car. That was my big old, it wasn't big, but that was my car. Yep. My 1970 Nova. You know, once in a while I'll see one, like on the road, like redone, and I think, that's the car I used to drive. Would I want it again? I don't know. It's not like an old song, you know, where you feel nostalgic when you hear the old song. But maybe you do. Maybe you do feel like an old car is like an old song. Did I not make this wide enough? I think it needs to be a little bit wider. Big old fenders on this car. Wow. You guys probably know what kind of car this is. I don't think I'm going to be putting the exact number of slats in this. But there we go. Those headlights are a little bit bigger. Yeah, headlights used to be round. Now headlights are square. I don't have a whole lot of sentimental attachment to cars, but I do like my car. I like being able to drive. I think I do. I feel like I do. Sometimes I don't want to drive. I used to love driving. As I got older, I started not liking driving at night at all. Is that you too? Did you once love driving and then kind of lost that love? I guess that's me. I did lose the love of driving, especially at night. I still like a nice country drive, down a country road. But like when Robin and I go to Orlando or Tampa, and you have to get on the interstate, and it's, everybody's going 100 miles an hour. Everybody seems to be so much in a rush. So that's the problem I have with it. It looks like the wheel right there. It looks like the wheel right there. I don't know. Does it look like a cartoon car? Did I mess up? There. And that goes across there. This is an assignment. I'm not getting paid for it, but it's an assignment, and it's in a vineyard too. So I got to make sure I put a lot of green stuff here. Lots of green stuff. All right, let's get started on this car. I don't know. I feel like the car is not as wide as it should be. Let me see if I can rethink this there. Does it flange out a little bit? I think it flanges out a little bit. I think the body flanges out just a little bit. Hold on, kids. Let me get this out. And you just get the edges here. I think it does just a little bit. It appears to, anyway. Yeah, maybe that's more like it. So the assignment is a watercolor image of an old car in a vineyard. Pretty easy. And they didn't say what kind of car. It didn't matter. I looked up some old cars, and this is the one I like the best. I like the way it looks. I'm old enough to remember what these cars smelled like too, on the inside. This might have had something over here. There might have been a mirror over here. Looks like there's a mirror right there. I didn't have a side mirror on that side, looks like. Here we go, there's our car. All right, now we get started on the painting part. the painting part. Nostalgia in the Vineyard is the theme. I had to write it, otherwise I'd forget it. Alright, just take this medium-sized brush. Let's get some of this turquoise kind of color. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, let's use that. Let's use that. Gotta remember to keep some things white here. Right there. So my nostalgia usually is in the form of music. I usually gravitate toward music when I want to go back in time in my mind. I don't go for long. I don't travel back in time for long. I get bored with the past sometimes. It's enjoyable to visit the past, but I'm really okay with today. I told Robin the other day that when I look at old pictures of myself, I look better in the old pictures than I do now. But I'm happier now. I'm happier now than I ever was then. And she's one of the main reasons for that. But, you know, that doesn't mean I was a miserable kid either. No, I don't mean that. I just think I was just always searching for that golden coin or something. You know. The golden coin. Boy, this car has a lot of reflections on it. Gotta be careful. Let's put some very, very, very light right here on this hood. It'll get the darker as we go around. There's an edge right there. There's some reflections right there. Some darkness right there. A lot of darkness over here. A lot of lightness, darkness. A lot of curves, and keep that brightness right there. Yes, it's a watercolor assignment. I don't get these very often, and this is for a friend, so I hope I do a good job. I've had a couple of friend requests lately, and some of them have people in them. Whew, those are not so easy. Well, they're time consuming, put it that way. But that's okay. It's a nice color. It's a beautiful color. I like this color. If it's an old car sitting in a vineyard, I would think it would be somewhat rusty, but I don't know. So far, I'm just using one color. Just one. Gotta get that chrome look on that fender, or bumper rather. Fenders and bumpers. Fenders and bumpers. That's what cars are made out of. Fenders and bumpers. I enjoyed doing that song yesterday from James Taylor. I got a copyright notice from YouTube. It's amazing how the computer knows nowadays that you're using something from somebody else, which is good. I have no problem with it, but it's just amazing how quickly the computers can tell that you're using somebody else's copyrighted material. But it did also know that it was a cover song. Isn't that even incredible? Yeah, it knew, and it said, no problem, you can use it. So that was good. But it knew, and it told me it knew. And of course I knew. And I gave James Taylor credit, of course, in text and also in when I spoke about it. Let's see. What else? I want to keep some of this very light and some of this actually white. Oh yeah, there's a back window too. How did I miss the back window? Well, it's not too late to put a back window in there. Just get some more darkness around this here. All right, now I think I can go for the black. I think I can get some of these black lines in here. Right? Just the slats here. We went to Hobby Lobby. Robin and I went to Hobby Lobby the other day. And can you believe it? The Christmas tree is already up. Yes, that's just hard to believe. But it's not really, because Hobby Lobby is a store that caters to people like us, actually. You know, people who are artists and craftsmen and craftswomen, of course. Actually, there's more women there than men. Way more women. Whoa. You see that bug? Some bug just crawled across the paper there. Yeah, I love Hobby Lobby. It's a great place. I mean, just so much creativity and so much to be inspired by. Like, oh, I never tried that. And when you go to the, like when I go to the paint section, I always kind of stick to the same stuff. And then some of your comments have made me look for things that I've never looked for before. And so we're all learning together. I like this group here. I like you guys. It's kind of fun hanging out. I feel like I know many of you. I have to tell you that the mailing address we got is brand new, and we had to get a mailing address because our physical address is going to change. So we had to get a mailing address, and it's just good to have a post office box. So it's brand new, and I have to put it someplace. I don't know where to put it. Here we go. There we go. So let that other stuff dry before I do anything else. I'll go ahead and do the tires. That should be pretty easy. Just black. That should be easy. I'll let it dry. Let's see if I can get that line in the middle of the bumper. Just like a little. Here we go. Okay. A little edge here in the headlight. Probably could add a little darkness underneath here too. Probably wouldn't hurt. It activates the blue anyway, and so the two work together. Same down here. Yeah, Robin went to a painting thing yesterday at the church. All ladies painting. She came home with a beautiful painting that she did. They don't usually invite guys to those things. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's just the women like to hang out together like that. Alright, let's get some of that back window. There's a back window in here. The back window is about from here to here. Goes all the way down. Some of this over here, this was a mistake. I'll just add some green to that later on to make the vineyard shining through, but for now I can get rid of that black. I think I like it better. There we go. Get that mirror there. Get that side thing there, whatever that is. I don't know if that's a spare tire on the side of the car or what that is. Okay, a little bit of darkness over here. And some lines over here. Same as over here. There we go, a little bit of darkness here. I don't know what this license plate would be, but this is, we'll just make a license plate. 1, 2, whatever numbers it is. Just make it in unlegible, just a number. I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this. Oops. Oh, make this like a dirty brown here. Give it a shine. Give it a little shine right there. Okay, now let's get this rest of this. There we go. All right, now we gotta get that vineyard in there. So we gotta get that yellow and that green. Make sure we get it plenty of yellow and green. be able to see the vineyard through the window. And don't worry, we're gonna put a lot of green in there too, but just if we keep it yellow right now, it will make it green after a while. After a while, crocodile. See you later, alligator. Isn't that a nostalgic term? See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Adios, amigos. And we get all this yellow here because we're gonna use that as the highlight. And lots of green in there. And then we gotta have a lot of brown. Let's see, what can we use for brown? Well, that looks like brown. Okay. A lot of the dirt. This is almost the same as the same darkness. There's the car. Just trying to figure out a way to make this look like dirt. Like just dirt. Dark, dark dirt. Let's get some orange here, I think. Some light. Get some light there. Get it lightened up a lot. That's where the light is coming through. Just keep working it. There we go, a little bit graduating up to here to the greens. Here we go. What do you think about that? Alright. I'll get some of these greens in there. If I can. Lots of the vines. All of these vines. It's not really defined as vines, but you get the idea. The closer you get to the top, the more it's spattered. All right, now we have to take the blue sky and make it really like a nice blue sky. Here we go. And spread it all over. So I purposely wanted to leave some space here, so if they wanted to put words, they could. Nostalgia in the Vineyard is what the event is called. There's a winery somewhere around here. I'm not really sure which one it is. We got more than one. We have different kind of grapes here, by the way, than out in California. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. I don't know. Okay, there's our sky. Just let that dry a little bit. And put some in there. You can get some of that sky reflecting in this car, I think. All right. Now, while that's drying, let's go ahead and spread this out. Hopefully you can see it. Nostalgia in the Vineyard. I don't know if you ever get assignments. I don't get very many assignments. And, well, I get children's book assignments. I have one I'm working on right now. I use digital for that. It's a lot easier for me. It's a lot easier to change things after the fact, you know. That's always the problem. What the author wants always changes. It's okay. That's the name of the game. All right, let's start putting some of these dark green little vine things here. Making kind of a mixture of green, dark, and they're growing all over the place. See how that yellow works now as a background there. It highlights the green so well. Get some of them through the window. You can see some through the back window. Yep. Kind of neat. Kind of a neat idea they have. Robin might like to go. Her mom and her like wine. I'm not a big wine drinker. The only time I drink wine is Holy Communion. It's not really drinking wine, is it? I know a lot of people who just wine is something they really, really love. I guess the thing I really, really love is ice cream. We should have a nostalgia in the ice cream factory. Nostalgia at the dairy farm. How about that? Nostalgia. Wow. What are you nostalgic about? I have so many old photos in the garage. I think I'm going to throw them away. Nobody's going to remember those people. Those people are people I don't, some of them I don't even remember that well. My son doesn't know them. So when I go, those pictures mean nothing to him. Robin likes to save everything. So I probably won't be throwing anything away, but there we go. There's our nostalgia in the grapevine. I mean the vineyard. There we go. All right, I think I'm done. I'll let it dry and I'll be right back. Okay, well the one thing I want to do before I fold it over, I feel like there should be a little bit of shade right there. I'm not sure how to pull that off. Just gonna put some darkness right there. Let's water it down. Just to create a little bit more of the illusion of reflective surfaces. And then over here. And maybe over here a little bit. I think that helps. All right, let me fold it. Make it into a card. It's one of the few vertical cards I've done. What do you think? Does it fit the bill for nostalgia in the vineyard? I hope so. All right. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.